How and why GEO will replace SEO. What's going on, everybody? David Feldman-Makrias, thank you very much for coming back. And I want to talk a little bit about GEO. So GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization. A little bit of a similarity here. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So the G and the S, generative search. So basically, how we optimize websites for advertising on generative engines, which essentially is AI engines. SEO is how to optimize websites on search engines. So Google, Bing, Yahoo, but mostly Google. So this is the future. It's the current and the future, and we need to pay attention to it. So I'm going to use ChatGPT to actually help us explain what GEO is, what it means, what it looks like, and this will serve as a brief introduction. So we can contextualize and understand how it's going to differentiate your business in the future. So definitions, GEO. Let's go with SEO first because SEO we're maybe more familiar with. SEO, search engine optimization, a process aimed at improving website visibility on traditional search engines like Google, focusing on ranking for relevant keywords to attract organic traffic. Right, so SEO deals with ranking on Google, getting to the top on Google, but not paying Google for the click. That's the main synopsis of SEO. GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. This involves optimizing website content to enhance its visibility on AI-driven platforms like ChatGPT, Google AI, also other common ones, Perplexity, ensuring brands appear in AI-generated responses for relevant queries. So how do we get our website and our content to rank high with artificial intelligence based engines? So that's the trick of the trade. Do we have to do something different? Is GEO a part of SEO? Well, it is a little bit, because when we go to a Google search now, and I'm going to sneak peek this, when we go to a Google search and I typed in what is generative engine optimization, this is what we're used to looking at for our links, right? These are keyword-based links. These are the links on the Google search result, so on and so forth. But at the top, we see Search Labs AI Overview, okay? This part is actually used or actually developed and shown using artificial intelligence. So this part up here has a very, very deep impact from GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. So when we go in here, let's look at the differences, okay? Just quick differences. I took this article, which is about a 24-minute article, and I'm going to include it in the link. It goes over a lot of material like the benefits of GEO, the visibility improvements, domain-specific targeting, how it works, the analysis, all this stuff. I wanted to simplify it down for this video. I'll include the link in the full video below, but let's simplify this down. Differences. Target platforms. GEO focuses on AI-driven platforms, while SEO targets traditional search engines. Okay, we know that. Google, Bing, Yahoo, that's SEO. ChatGPT, Google Bard, which is now Gemini, Perplexity, those are GEO. Response types. GEO aims for synthesized contextual AI responses, whereas SEO generates ranked list of links. Again, that's to my example here. This is the GEO. It's a contextualized response. It's something that we can read, and it's almost like we're getting an answer from a person that we asked a question to, and they're explaining it to us. That's what a GEO response would be. So in this example, what is generative engine optimization? The AI says generative engine optimization is a technique for improving the visibility of digital content in AI-driven search engines, also known as generative engines. GEO combines traditional SEO techniques with insights into how generative AI models process content. So that's key, how AI models process content. We need to have a little bit of understanding of how these engines, these generative engines, process content, so that way we can actually get them to rank on these generative engines. The goal of GEO is to increase a website's visibility and attract more targeted traffic. Here are some things to consider when using GEO, blah, 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 blah. So All this was generated based off of Google's Search Labs, which powered by Gemini, its ability to synthesize content and present it in a unique way. Now, if we go down to SEO, these are examples of good quality SEO: search engine land, foundation marketing, MarTech, single grain, SEO.ai. This is all SEO related items because they're showcasing it in these links that we're accustomed to in the search engine, right? So that's the difference between response types. And then optimization strategies. GEO requires strategies that enhance content clarity and context for AI, while SEO typically involves keyword optimization and technical enhancements. So again, GEO, we need to make sure that if AI is looking through a bunch of information, that it can easily quote contextual feedback, and we're almost writing for a human being, right? Versus classic SEO typically involves keyword optimization, so focusing on keywords. So to get the difference between this optimization strategies, I further asked ChatGPT to give me a list of top keywords for new car automobile advertising, and then also give me a list of the top questions a consumer would search for an automobile to purchase. So the top keywords here is an example of SEO analysis, or a very, very top level of it. So the top keywords show new car deals, car financing options, best new cars 2024, buy a car online, electric vehicles for sale, car lease offers, SUV specials, family-friendly vehicles, luxury car deals, and certified pre-owned cars. That is a quick list, down and dirty list of the top keywords when searching for a new car automobile advertising, right? Now, pretty broad, right? It's not super contextual. Now, when I go into top questions consumers search when buying an automobile, this is more so how we need to begin to start the whole dynamic of content creation. So if we're just focusing on SEO, we just want to focus on, creating content or optimizing the website to focus on new car deals or car financing options or the best new cars of 2024. However, when we're thinking about GEO, we need to think about the questions people are asking when they go to these engines. Top questions consumers search when buying an automobile: what is the best new car to buy? How do I finance a new car? What are the top rated SUVs? What are the pros and cons of leasing versus buying? How do I trade in my car? What is the average cost of insurance for a new car? Are electric cars worth it? What features should I look for in a new car? How to check a car's history before buying? Where can I find the best car deals? So these questions are much more they're still broad in a sense, but they're much more honed in because the consumer is going to look for a very honest, feedback oriented answer. Now, these are national level questions. Like when I went to this Google search here, I said, how do I get a good deal on a car? I get a whole bunch of things happening right now. I get VLAs, vehicle listing ads at the top, and then we have some SEO elements like car and driver, we have Reddit, but then there's this section here. People also ask, how do you make sure you're getting a good deal on a car? What not to say to a car salesman? How much can you usually negotiate off a new car? This people also ask section is a indication of how we can optimize for GEO, because this people also ask engine actually fuels Google's version of GEO, which is Gemini. And that's how we start to separate the analysis between, are we analyzing and doing an analysis for generative engine optimization or search engine optimization, right? So when we think of this in this context, this top keyword list right here is really pertaining to SEO, while GEO is the top questions a consumer can search when buying an automobile. So these are the different things you should take into account when planning future SEO developments for your marketing. Here's the thing to keep in mind. GEO is part of SEO because search engines like Google are using AI already as part of a response, just like we saw. So this is Google's version of AI according to providing value to the consumer. So that means You need to use GEO as a part of your SEO strategy. And honestly, when you take it from a question based approach and a value adding approach, if you focus on the value that you're providing the consumer, then you'll accomplish in SEO and GEO foundations, right? If you're just looking to rank for a keyword, if you want to rank number one for new car deals in your area, that's not necessarily going to yield you the best results long term. But don't just take my word for it. And trust me, don't just try and write content or create content or optimize your site to be number one for what is the best new car to buy. That's a big, broad search. But instead, localize it, right? Instead of what is the best new car to buy, you can do what is the best new Honda to buy in Chicagoland, right? If you can answer questions based off of those topics rather than broad topics, you get much more granular. Now we gave this a market and we gave it a franchise. So if you're a new Honda dealer, what's the best new Honda to buy in Chicagoland? Well, now we can go through each model and actually go through and configure, oh my gosh, okay, the CRV is actually the best to buy in the suburbs of Chicago because it gets more snowy. And because of that, you'll need four-wheel drive. The Honda Accord is really good to buy or Honda Civic, I should say, is really good to buy in the city of Chicago, especially during, Chicagoland, different weathers and travel times because it's really affordable on gas, right? And it's got all these ratings and blah, 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 blah. And that's the way we need to contextualize content. It's about taking these relevant consumer searches and creating a plan for them to localize it to your market and to your franchise and to your business. So that's how we synthesize, and that's how we use GEO and SEO together. So hopefully this video would give you some insight and shed some light on what GEO is. It is very important. We need to change the way we think about classic SEO. GEO is a part of SEO, and it just has to do with the generative engines. And when you think of generative engines, you can think of ChatGPT or Gemini for Google or Perplexity. These engines that we go to ask questions on that we now have available thanks to ChatGPT being the first big source to launch that. So let me know what questions you have. I'd love to help you generate some more marketing activity and more marketing opportunities, especially in this land of artificial intelligence. And I'm curious to know what you guys think. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. David Feldman-Makrias, and I'll talk to you later.